The iconic, the legendary Masunaga 000 polished black, fire red gradient tint, transitions Gin S Ruby with a flash blue mirror. I've been waiting all week long to share this video with you guys. Don't go anywhere. Hello and welcome to the Hicks Brunson Eyewear YouTube channel. I am your friendly neighborhood optician, Daniel Brunson, and on this channel, I like to talk about my favorite indie eyewear brands, custom tinted transitions lenses, and different kinds of lens technology. So if you want to see more content like that, hit that subscribe button down below, and you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. All right, now, let's get into it. Today I'm talking about one of my favorite frames of all time, the iconic, the legendary, the 000 by Masunaga. Now guys, this frame has been around since the 1960s. Masunaga first made it back then, and they've been making it since then. And I've been noticing over the last handful of years, it's probably more popular than it's ever been. It's certainly more popular than it's ever been in the 15 or so years that we have carried it here at Hicks Brunson Eyewear. Why is this frame so iconic, so legendary? I mean, to me, it epitomizes what eyewear really looked like in the 60s. And in fact, there was a famous event, the World's Fair in Osaka in 1970. And Masunaga was selected to put this frame in the time capsule, the time capsule at that World's Fair to represent eyewear from the time. So it's just got all the feels on that essence of the 1960s look, and I just love the look today. It's a classic. It's one that you can wear on the weekend. You can wear it on the formal to the formal event. Just so many options that you can do with this frame. It's been one of my signature looks that I've worn personally. I've had it in my personal eyewear wardrobe for many, many years now, and I pretty much always feel comfortable wearing it. Like I said, I'll wear it to black tie events. I'll wear it, you know, on the weekend when I'm kind of just hanging out. I'll wear it with a baseball hat, like whatever you want to do. I always feel like the 000 looks really good. And so today we're going to get into a custom tinted transitions lens that I recently made for a client. And let's take a look. This is mine. This one's clear. You've been wondering what happened to the fire red tint. That's this one here. So this is the Masunaga case. Looked like this for quite a long time now. Really sleek design. I like that red interior with the gold Masunaga label. And this frame, as mentioned at the top of the video, this is polished black. The Masunaga 000 comes in, I think, about 7 colors. I'll try to show all of them at some point here, but there's like a demi color, there's a dark navy color that's very hard to distinguish from this polished black color. There's a crystal gray color that's been on back order for quite some time now, but I've got more on the way soon. So there's a lot of great colors, but the #1 most popular color that we do is this polished black right here. And so what did we do with the tint? We did fire red, which has become one of our more popular tints here that we do at Hicks Brunson Eyewear. So this is called fire red, and we did it as a gradient. So darker in the top, fades to clear in the very bottom, and we did it at the darkness level we did was a 35% density. So 35% just means it's just a hair darker than what we would call a category 1. So it's just dark enough that it shows up when you wear it, but it's still light enough that you can wear it indoors quite easily, and it's comfortable to wear indoors. Now, the fire red may not be for everybody. Looking through the fire red, as I'll show you in a moment, everything is quite reddish, but it is a very high contrast color, much like bronze colors and amber colors. So it actually does make a really good driving color, a really good, it provides sharpness of acuity when you're looking out at landscapes. So it is very nice in that effect. But this is what the 35% density looks like. We very often do a 30% indoor density, which is just a touch lighter than this. So we wanted something that made that red pop just a little bit more, contrast with the black. We went 35, and this is what you get. And we also added a flash blue mirror with this combination. So you can see when you have a light tint with a mirror over top of it, you definitely see the mirror much, much more than if you have a completely clear lens with the mirror over top of it. I've made other videos showcasing what mirrors look like on different levels of tint, and I'll link to some of those videos in the box. But when you have a 35% red with the flash blue mirror over top, you'll notice when I move my head around slightly to different angles, from some angles, depending on how much light is reflecting off of my lenses, you'll see the mirror a little more, maybe with my head up slightly. With my head down like this, you might not see the flash blue mirror reflection as much. So it creates that cool kind of, to me, this is kind of a rock star look. I mean, you get the thick polished black 000 and you pair it with the fire red with the flash blue, like just kind of a rock star look. It's got that vibe, it's got that cool factor, and that's what I like so much about it. And so that's what you have with the color. Now, I want to talk for just a minute about mirrors on indoor tinted lenses. They are a way to really add to the style, add to the look of the frame as mentioned. And we have 3 mirror colors that we can add to a lens, flash mirror colors. We do blue, we can do gold, and we can also do silver. And flash mirrors are the only appropriate type of mirror to do to a light tinted lens or even a clear lens, because they're soft enough that they don't really distort your perception of color as you look through the lens, because all mirrors do have some color to them. Flash mirrors are just mirror colors that are turned down just enough to where you get the reflection on the front side, but they don't really tamper with your view of color looking through them so much. But I want to point out something very important. Mirrors may not be for everyone, and the reason is mirrors are reflective. That's the whole point. You're reflecting back a lot of color to create that cool color look on the front. And although there is no mirror on the backside, matter of fact, there's an anti-reflective coating on the backside, you will still sometimes get reflections on the backside that you might not otherwise get with a non-mirrored lens, depending on how much light is around you in the room. Some people might notice these reflections and might be somewhat bothered by them. Other people never notice them. It's not a problem at all. So mirrors are one of those things that they definitely add to the look, but they sometimes tamper with your perception of looking through the lenses because of the added reflections on the lens. So that's my quick note on mirrors. If you want to learn more about mirrors, I have a video that I made all about how mirrors affect lenses that I'll link to in the box. All right, now let's take a look at the lens when it's fully darkened. So this is the UV torch. I talked about this in a recent video. This one's a little bit newer. This one's called Ultra Fire. And it's got a little more power. It's got a little more kick than my, my old UV flashlight. And Gen S lenses, Transitions Gen S lenses, when you take them out into sunlight, they'll darken up in about 25 to 30 seconds, but oh, look at that. That's just beautiful, guys. The Transitions Ruby color, I've made other video reviews about it, which I'll link to in the box. But this is what you get when you pair a ruby with a flash blue mirror. And it's a beautiful combo. I've done it a couple other times in similar looking frames, but you know, for me, I think I did it in the Masunaga, the same frame, the 000 in the crystal gray color. I'll link to that video. And that was a really awesome look. To me, though, doesn't get much better than when you do it in a polished black 000. The blue mirror, the ruby red tint, and the polished black, it all goes together so nicely. And one of the things you'll notice about that ruby, I mean, it fades back fast. Transitions Ruby is rated to fade back in around 2 minutes. Now that's under normal kind of room temperatures or kind of temperatures outdoors that are a little warmer, say above 60, 65 degrees. When it starts getting cooler, you'll notice all photochromic lenses take a little bit longer to fade back to clear. And I'm not going to talk about that in today's video. I've talked about that in other videos, but there's reasons for that, scientific reasons for that. Has to do with the behavior of the molecules and how temperature affects them. But that's what you have with this look. I just love it. Love the look so much. We're probably at this point faded back to almost the light, the 35% base tint, maybe still be a little bit of residual ruby hanging out here. And I'm going to show you looking through it. So we'll take just a break to show looking through the fire red when you're indoors. Okay, let's take a look at these ruby red lenses indoors. Nice and red. You can see how The red color just shades everything that is otherwise white. Just a nice rosy color, and they have studied this, and when we look through rose-colored glasses, there's a reason people say viewing the world through rose-colored glasses does sort of just make us feel good. I mean, look, I can see hearts, love is in the air. Oh, wait a minute, it's that's the window display. Let's take a look at what these look like outdoors as they darken to the ruby color. So here we are, putting the glasses on, taking them a spin for the first time outdoors, and it was quite a cold day in Tulsa when I did this, and there was also a really thick cloud cover, which that's going to block a lot of the sun's UV, and that's going to make it harder for the transitions Genus Ruby to get to peak darkness, but as you'll see, it will still get pretty close, and a lot of that has to do with the cooler temperatures. Photochromic lenses do have an easier time getting to their darkest point when it is cooler outside. But I want to show you what these look like wearing them. Just look how good that ruby with the blue mirror in the polished black 000 looks. This is one of my favorite looks. It really is that rock star essence, and I think it's just so cool. And what I want to show you again here, it's probably about 70 to 80% of darkness. You can really see the ruby color now, and it's such a rich color to look through. There's a reason why I've talked about how much I like it. I've worn the Racing Red by Rudy project for a lot of years as a runner, and this color just gives you such a high contrast, sharp view of the road, but it's also very soothing, and it's just a pleasure to look through and have as a pair of glasses. All right, so that's beautiful. That's what it looks like when it's outdoors. So this is it. If you would like something like this made for you, feel free to reach out to us. We'll make all of our contact information down below, and you could shop all of our eyewear looks online at hicksbrunson.com. You can customize your Transitions tinted lenses on our website, or if you want to do a combination that is not easily available to customize on the website, we are more than happy to assist you. You can give us a call, send us an email, send us a chat through our website, and we can even make some suggestions. If you're looking for some tint colors, we can share with you all of our tint colors by email, and we can put something really cool together for you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video.